Welcome. Here we are again. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. This is great. Wow. What a name. Krishna. My sweet Lord, it's so easy now. It used to be maybe hard, but not anymore. Not with Gauranga's mercy. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. You always have a good time with Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Nityananda Gaura Chandra. Nityananda 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 Gora Chandra Gauranga Nityananda Gora Chandra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna. Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna. Gora Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Lord Krishna, Gauranga, Lord Krishna, Gauranga, Gauranga, Krishna, Krishna, Lord Krishna, Gauranga. Lord Krishna, Lord Krishna, Gauranga. Lord Krishna, Gauranga. Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Time of my life. That's a song, actually. Time of my life. I'm going to get the karaoke version. Let me do that. Let's do that right now. Let's get the karaoke version here. Time of my life. Okay, time of my life. Where is it here? Okay. New pipe. My life. Oh, that's Dirty Dancing. Okay. Dirty Dancing. Oh, I remember that song from Syria. It said, well, karaoke. Karaoke. Here we go. I don't know if this will work. Let's try it. Time of my life. Dirty Dancing. Old movie. Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Radha, Radha, Krishna, Radha 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. See if there's a better one like that one I don't like. Let's try this one. Oh, it's music. Okay, all right. Anyway, we tried it. We did a little bit. Okay, back. Oops.
Oh my God.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Krishna, 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 Radhe, 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 Radha, 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 Radhika, 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 Radha, Radhi, Radha, Radhi, Radha, Radhi, Radha, Radhi, Radha, Radha, Radhi, Radha, Radhi, Radhi, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Power it off.
Save the voice a little bit. Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Here's the link. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Ram. Here's the link here. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Lalita. There she is. Great class today. I loved it, man. Made a few comments on there. So go, my dog, go fetch Amy. Fetch. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You can put your sound on. We'll do a duet today. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram,
Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram,
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare
Ram, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Radhe, 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 Krishna, 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 Radhe, 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 Radha, Radha, Radha.
Hare
Radha,
Krishna,
Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Hare.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Sri Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Yeah, I want to say, Lita, publicly, I'm sorry that I considered you Putana those years. I was wrong. I misjudged you. I didn't see your heart. So forgive me.
Of course, Guru Maharaj.
I know.
Of course.
I know my chanty will get better now. Yeah, it's easy to misjudge, because of so many things. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. My chanting will be better as well. I know you changed your mind. I know you changed your mind.
Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
How could I think? Look at this lady, man. This is what Krishna wanted to show her shine, man. How could I think that? Must have been projecting.
No, you were not projecting.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Krishna 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 Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Sri
Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Database. Okay. What do we read today? How about something gopi-ish? We'll try that. 10th canto. Summum bonum. Yes. Let's see here. Krishna and the gopis meet for the rasa dance. Jai Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Jesus Christ, and all glories to all the devotees of the Lord. Yeah. Sri Bhadrani said, Sri Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, full in all opulences. Yet, upon seeing those autumn nights, scented with blossoming jasmine flowers, he turned his mind towards loving affairs. To fulfill his purposes, he employed his internal potency. See, without the internal potency being employed, you cannot engage in loving affairs. See, this is the gift. Lord Chaitanya came to give that internal potency so that we can also engage in loving affairs. They're fantastic, man. Like Lalita said today, exquisite, amazing, nothing like it. The internal potency. See, that's why this is what it's all about, man. Hare Krishna movement is just to bring us, actually, every incarnation that has come here, every avatar, everything is to drive us to this awakening of bhakti, because without it, life is useless, futile. No matter how much money you accumulate here, all you do is get addicted. It's like a drug. Everything is like a drug. Everything is intoxicating. All the opulences of the Lord are intoxicating. See, the Lord was just full in all these opulences. But there's one other thing that was more important to him than those opulences. And he turned his mind towards that. Okay? And that's this loving, devotional relationship with his devotee. Yeah, loving affairs. Affairs is the gopi thing, the beloved one, the great one, the greatest one. Yeah, that's why the devotees, they get, when you got devotion, you've got everything. Everything comes along with that. Yeah, liberation wants to serve devotion and the real devotees, because they become full in all opulences like that. That's why they become beautiful. Look at Vedavyas, ugly guy, couldn't physically ugly, but he wrote the beautiful Bhagavatam. That's beautiful. The beauty of the world comes and goes, but that Bhagavatam stays here. Huh? It's been more than 5,000 years still here. Huh? It's because it's beautiful. See, that's the beauty that lasts. Look at the beauty in the world of the women. They are really proud of that. Huh? This should humble you, beautiful girls out there. Your beauty don't last, does it? But look at the Bhagavatam, written by this ugly guy. See, that beauty is still here. Man or woman, they go after that. Usually a man only admires a beautiful woman. Well, sometimes not, but only. But generally, like both male and female love the beauty of the Bhagavatam because it's God in book form. Those conceptions are God. That's why I'm a bit of a stickler, on conclusiveness. I don't like God misrepresented. The word, when it's delivered as it is by one who is very close to the Lord, delivers people out of illusion. That's why the Maya, if anybody's serving the Maya above the realizations and the understanding of a devotee actually sent by the Lord, you block the way for people. Remember Jesus said that? You teachers, people think they're going to get God through you. See? But you block their way. You don't come into the kingdom. The kingdom was the devotee manifested here on behalf of the Lord to deliver people, deliver them this awakening of devotion, whether that's Lord Chaitanya or Jesus. You're not saved until that devotion awakens in your heart. Yeah. So he said, you guys block you don't come in the kingdom and you block other people's way. That's why I chastised these people. I chastised Narayan Raj. You took 2 of my disciples away. You blocked their way. Yeah. You, Cole, you blocked one of my disciples. If you weren't in the picture, she'd probably still be here. 2, yeah, 2. Gabriel also. Yeah. You need a good fucking spanking there, Cole. You are a fucking hypocrite and a liar and a cheater, even though you do it sweetly. And you can't help it. You're in fucking illusion. That's just how it is. But I'm still going to tell you the truth because the truth sets people free. He's not. He's not like here. Anyone, Amy, you've set his intelligence above this one, you get the curse of Nandi. See, this is Bhagavatam. This is God. God's word is conclusive truth. Right there, I nailed it. He can't nail nothing. He doesn't have faith in the scriptures. He just hodgepodges. He's doing a big disservice to the world in that way. He came and he tried to steal this knowledge, but you see, he couldn't even steal. Guru Tattva can't understand it. See, those verses, this is why you get that curse. Anybody who accepts Cole's knowledge and his bhakti above the bhakti here is less intelligent and doesn't have the real devotion. You're a loser. You're a loser, man. Poor Amy, I don't know, you're following a loser, man. He's lost. He's lost in his speculation. He's got Guru Aparad and Vaishnava Aparad. Hey, man, he came here and said he was my disciple. I take that seriously. He says now he can do, no. You came, you said you're my disciple. There's the chastisement. And anybody else that might be a little weak will hear that. And it's good for them, good medicine to see where the real truth stands on it. That this is God's stance. Yes. God says anybody who accepts Daksha, which is like a Brahmin level, above Shiva, who was a devotee with real bhakti, this internal potency talked about here, gets the curse of being less intelligent. It just happened. It's just a fact. You're stupid to speculate. You're stupid to go against the guru that you claimed. was your guru. You're stupid to be against real Vaishnavas. You're more stupid to steal from your actual master. See, in all ways is foolish. So why should I praise that? Why don't I just set it in its place? Truth is truth, man. Yeah.
It's stupid to thank you for the awakening and then leaving you.
Yeah.
If you receive an awakening from a personality, you should know that he carries that spirit. You should know that you depend on him, that you are much less than the empowered devotee, that you need him for the rest of your eternal life, man.
Yeah, you don't give it up. But that's so Johann, same category. All those who left like that, they're all in the same category. And it's just how it works. I just make my comments because it's true. I'm into truth. You don't like it, don't come and listen to anybody. You don't like tough truth, tough love. It could all be so easy. All I have to do is apologize. If you can't, you don't make any advancement. You're stuck there in your speculations, and you stay in this material universe. Remember, this. Look at what's his name? That Maharaj, but he was not Dhruva Maharaj, the guy who did the Ekadasi thing, pastime, where he just drank water on Ekadasi. And then this puffed up sage, they got pride, sometimes they, so he's a little puffed up, and he came and he said, "How dare you do that?" But see, that Maharaj was a pure devotee. He had pure devotion. Not even the kind of devotion that's here in our Sangha. But, this is, we're here to teach these things. Those are some of the blocks that keep us out of the kingdom. And this guy, he says, "I'm cursing you," and blah, blah, blah. And the curse rebounded on him. And he went all over the universe. And the Lord Sudarshan Chakra was chasing him. This is in Bhagavatam. Yeah. And then he came to Vishnu. See, like these guys, Cole, you go to Vishnu, you go to Lord Chaitanya, you go to Prabhupada, you go to Jesus. And you know what they'll tell you? I'll tell you what they'll tell you. Same thing, the Bhagavatam. You don't know because you need somebody to tell you what's actually in the Bhagavatam. This is God's word. It's so easy when you get purified and you're used by the Lord. His word is provable. If people don't have faith in the scriptures, there's no faith in the scriptures because the Bhagavatam says there's nothing I can do. Jesus will say, "You'd be crying, Lord, Lord." Sorry, there's nothing I can do. You went against a person preaching just like he was preaching in this world, like Lord Chaitanya was preaching in this world, Nityananda was preaching in this world. To deliver the conditioned souls, which we actually do, that nobody could do. Narayan Raj could not deliver the souls. There wasn't one person there delivered. You can't prove to me any of his legacy. I can prove so many people are delivered here, out of the thing here. And he is the one taking people around. It's not true. If you believe in that intelligence and that bhakti in his group, in his person, above this, you're less intelligent. And that's just true. I've seen in my own experience. I can't dialogue with them. They're all full of false ego. They can't get rid of it. If anybody wants to make event, they have to come to where real bhakti is, real associates of Lord Chaitanya here. And they get real bhakti and you'll be delivered. It's a matter of fact thing. It's provable even by the scriptures. Everybody has to get over Guru Aparad and Vaishnava Aparad. Yeah, even to devotees, You know, if you judge them wrongly, you got to apologize, man. Like I did today. I judged Lalita wrongly. I didn't see her heart. Of course, there was a big thing, but it didn't matter. The Krishna says, you misjudged her, you know. She was always dedicated to you. Even afterwards, Balaram said, you should leave that bastard. And he said, no, I know. See, that's dedication. See? Yeah. So that's it. That's some of the things that are keeping people out. You know, people that who didn't get bhakti, like of the God brothers, because they couldn't recognize Prabhupada. They thought they were more intelligent than Prabhupada. Maybe later, as he preached, they started to soften up. But not everybody was like that. They still thought they were. See, but that's how the Bhagavatam works. Teaches what happens is people are proud of their knowledge and their opulences or whatever they have, their money and everything, and they go against real devotees. Okay? Matter of fact, Bhakti Vinod Thakur saw this because he wrote a letter to his son, Bhakti Siddhanta. He said, you know, the Brahmins they're committing so many offenses against Vaishnavas. He was talking about himself and Bhakti Siddhanta. They were pure Vaishnavas. They had real devotion. These Brahmins didn't, and they thought they were better than those two. Real associates of Lord Chaitanya in our line are very rare right now. We have to generate them. You can't say you're a sadhu, a real sadhu, and steal a devotee's disciples, reinitiate them. Yeah. I was a little bit green back then, but but still, that's what happened. You couldn't recognize, devotees. So anyway, that's what I had to go through. I didn't have any living confirmations. I had to figure it out. And it's true because we prove it's true. This bhakti is real, and it generates bhakti in others. It awakens bhakti in others. But their bhakti didn't, even though they said they're Raghunuga gurus. Even Gaur Govinda, whatever he had, he didn't awaken anybody. I didn't see anybody. A lot of them went to that guru. I told you he was a very bad person, very hypocritical. Yeah. So this is not so easy to find what we're doing here. And if you do, it's like, what will you sacrifice for it? Will you sacrifice false ego? And, bottom line, that's, all these Brahmins when Lord Chaitanya was here, he empowered low-class people with real, genuine bhakti. And he told these Brahmins, he said, well, I go and learn from them. What about you? If you don't go, you don't get this bhakti. So they got pure, those who would put bhakti over their pride would get it, even though you get it through somebody. The bottom line is, if he empowers somebody and they have symptoms of pure devotional service and you go against them for whatever reason, you got to apologize. The Lord taught that, and it's time I have to teach that too, because if you don't, that offends. Remember, look what he said to his mother. You went against the Dvaitacharya even. And I'm sorry, mother, I can't give you real bhakti, deep bhakti. So Dvaitacharya is a pure devotee with ecstatic devotion. Well, you don't think that applies here? You don't think the Lord has given devotees pure love of God? regardless of our being qualified. Isn't that the whole point of Lord Chaitanya, is to give it to the unqualified? I ain't qualified to get this. Yeah, all the devotees were feeling the same thing. Srivas didn't feel qualified. It's not like, well, we deserve it. This is what was taught in the Narayana, that you got to deserve it. No. Lord Chaitanya's real pastimes are here again in our Sangha, just as they were then. The devotees all felt like the ones who really have bhakti here, like, hey, man, we don't deserve it. And if people observe faults in you or something, or so-called faults, even if maybe they're, according to the world, could be some faults, but still you got pure devotion, fuck, man. If you criticize, you got to apologize, man. If you want to move on. You're lucky to get this chance, anybody, even though any proud person wouldn't want to do it. You're so fucking lucky to get this chance. That's why I'm not going to hold it back from you, whoever it is out like that. You're so lucky, man. Are you fortunate? Yeah, because that's how this thing works. His own mother. He says, "I'm sorry, mother, I can't. You offended again that Dvaita, man. You called him Dvaita, dual, and all that. That was not deserving. Dvaita is my pure representative. So I'm sorry, I can't give you real deep bhakti." That wasn't the only one. Vallabhabhata also thought he knew things, and he was proud. And criticized devotees, and he had to apologize. He came to Lord Chaitanya. He says, I'm such a fool. and then he could appreciate the devotees better. I think he still has some problems later, but still, in the pastime, he took initiation from Gadadhar. Yeah. Matter of fact, you know what? I want to take reinitiation. I never had initiation. I'm going to take it from Lalita. Will you accept me as your disciple? I trust you with everything.
God Guru Maharaj. I don't know what to say, man. Really. No, I don't accept you as a disciple. Come on, how can I do that?
I don't want name or fame or to be a big guru. I don't want a beautiful woman. I want this beautiful bhakti. I just want to chant like you. That's all I want. So I give you my head on your feet forever. Wherever you go, I want to go.
Yeah. If you want to chant like me, you need a guru like I have.
I'm going to overlook that you're not a very good housewife. I just don't care about that anymore. I will hold that. I just surrender that.
I love you, Guru Maharaj. I really love you. You know that. Yeah. I wouldn't have this bhakti if I wouldn't
Why
love
wouldn't
you.
I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to take initiation from Lalita. Look what you get. Fuck, man, are you an idiot? Just because then she'll think about you. You're a disciple now. She'll think, has to think about the welfare of her disciple here. See, I get it. But that's how, remember, look at Gadadhar. He took initiation from Pundarik Vijayanidhi. He didn't need it. He was smart. I so funny. I didn't think of that until now. Fuck, man. Thank you, Lord. You wake me up, man. How stupid I was, Yeah. Yes. So I declare it. She said yes. So now I am a disciple of Lalita Ganga. So what should I do, Master? What would you like me to do? Order me.
I don't know what to say, Guru Maharaj. I really don't know what to say. I more feel like crying now.
You're always crying and laughing. That's what I want. I just want to do like you. I just want to cry and laugh forever and tremble and be like Freddie. Maybe I should get an initiation from Freddie too. I like his being stunned, and he's always intoxicated nowadays. Man, I want that. I also want it. He hears the vibrations, he gets stoned, man. I'm getting so many great disciples. My God, where are you guys coming from? For God's sake. And mine.
It's all about your feet. It's all about your feet.
All right. Let's see here. Yes. So the moon then, okay, well, Sri Bhadrani said, Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full in all opulences. Yet upon seeing those autumn nights, scented with blossoming jasmine flowers, he turned his mind towards loving affairs. To fulfill his purposes, he employed his internal potency. Yeah, that's what we're here to teach, all about this. How to employ the internal potencies. He has to do it for us. See, we just align properly, okay? And then he will employ those. This is it, man. We want to live for him. See, the thing is, this is what we do. He gets us addicted to serving him because we get addicted to making him happy. It's almost like, Krishna is in us, right? And he also wants to engage through us in these loving affairs. Otherwise, he's not happy. He's not happy with all those opulences, just with those. Even Maharaj Prataparudra knew this secret. He even said, if I don't get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is this employing the spiritual energy, engaging in loving affairs and tasting transcendental ras, if I don't get that, I cannot enjoy my kingdom. So I'll just renounce it and become a beggar. See? Yeah, that's what it's all about, is this bhakti, man. Yeah. So then the moon rose. The moon then rose, anointing the face of the eastern horizon with reddish hue of its comforting rays, and thus dispelling the pain of all who watched him rise. Okay. The moon comes rising up, see? And dispels the pain. Remember, anybody that experiences this, the arising of this potency, this transcendental potency in the heart, just takes away all your miseries, man. This is all about, if you're miserable as a Hare Krishna devotee, or unhappy, or not satisfied, this is what you're looking for, man. This is the place to get that. Because if you only get it from where it's arising in people, in rare devotees. See, forget about who their guru is. Forget about are they part of ISKCON or Gaudiya Samiti? Forget about, are they wearing tilak or not? Forget about how many rounds do they chant? Forget about how austere they are. Forget about what they eat or what they don't eat. Forget about, do they follow Ekadasi or not? Where is that moon of Krishna's transcendental potency arising in their heart? Because that's where purity is. That's where purification is. That's where divine inspiration is. That's where true love is. What else do you want? Forget about the other external things. Look how many devotees have those things I mentioned, but they don't have this devotion. They don't have this arising of Krishna in the heart, dispelling all their miseries. And the people that go and hear from them or even look at them, look at their shining faces, hear their words, take away all miseries, right? They're the devotee Bhagavat, man. By their word, ignorance is destroyed. From them, ecstatic prema emanates, and that's what washes over you and washes away so many problems. Yeah. What do you think of Govinda Swami? I wasn't thinking of Govinda Swami. I was thinking of Lalita. See, I think what I think and when I think. Sometimes I'm thinking of him and I'm not thinking of Lalita or you or anybody. You. I'll include who and when I include them. Not when you consider, try to get me to think of those things. I'm not thinking about that now. Okay. And dispelling the pain of all who watched him rise. Yeah, that's the devotee themselves watching. See, when you're engaged in chanting and hearing, you're watching that end. It's dispelling all your misery. It's wonderful. Oh, and not only you, those who see it, it dispels their miseries. Matter of fact, if they're a fault finder or criticize, it pulls out the poison. So in a sense, they're glorifying you. So in every way, it's a win-win. You can't get out of it, man. Because the Lord is auspicious, and He brings that. He brings out that auspiciousness to the world through you, and delivers them. Whether people hate you or love you, they get delivered. That's why it's not surprising, Lalita. People, stuff comes out. That's why I was very proud of her yesterday. Was she empowered, man. I like that. She just stood her ground. Just like there was no sign of any like, why don't you love me? Like before. See, we got to learn. Yeah, I learned so many things. I got knocked down by Narayan Raj's energy and the Radha Babaji's, and got up, man. Because of bhakti, we live. See, you get stronger. See, if it doesn't kill you, you're stronger. See? The problem with those who fell into these things, their bhakti's weak, so they may not get out of it their whole life. But now, I'm coming here. I'm coming here. This is my gym here. I come here to work out. I want to get strong. I want to just grab that Amy and just bring her back here. I want to grab everybody, Mahavir. I felt bad. I told him, hey, man, we had a great time. What the fuck happened, man? Well, it's bad. It associates with that other Brahmin guy who see, again, you think Cole is the only one doing this shit? This writing all this or compiling all this rasic thing, so-called rasa thing. There's this other guy, a friend of Mahavirya, doing the same thing. He's a Brahmin. He's a yoga teacher. And he writes all these confidential things about Radha and Krishna's Leela. He puts the words, he's another one of these sweet talkers, but proud as everything, just like these guys. And people believe them. The neophyte people follow him. He's like a guru. He writes all the posts. He's not authorized for this. Just like all they do is get more proud. Yeah, you probably may have ran across. You'll see if you've seen this stuff. he dresses really nice and looks really good, so speaks nice and all this stuff.
They think that's bhakti, but that's all external.
They don't know. There's so many things that imitate the real bhakti creeper and everything, and people get into it. They get caught up in this. Yeah. So we're here to, Bhakti Vinod said those who are real devotees, real gurus and acharyas, it's their duty to pluck out the anarthas in their disciplic line. And that's what I'm doing. That's the order of Prabhupada. There's many anarthas that are holding devotees back. Even some of these that come here, So anyway, we got to do it, and eradicate things. That's why these classes are very valuable. If you miss anything, like live, you should watch the replays. Because these are messages, current messages every day that can get you through things you can't get through in lifetimes. And these people can't take advantage of it. See, because they don't have faith. You can't serve at this level, at this stage, you cannot serve two masters, two spiritual masters. Either Cole is your spiritual master or some other idiot, or your guru is here. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? Yeah. Lord Krishna saw the unbroken disk of the full moon glowing with red effulgence of newly applied vermilion, as if it were the face of the goddess of fortune. See, so it's just so poetic. Huh? So the way it's put is, that's the face of the devotee. And he says it's like the moon, the red, the moon rising, but it's the face of a devotee. See, unbroken disc. See, steady in that meditation on that. Steady. That's why devotees, they become one-pointed, steady in their meditation. It's so attractive, you don't want to let go. You don't want to. It's actually Krishna doesn't want to let go. It's him. It's like when Mother Yashoda was, meditating on Krishna and doing, Krishna, feeding Krishna and everything. And Krishna is completely absorbed. So is she, Well, actually, it's Krishna absorbed, and therefore she's and then the thing on the stove was boiling over, right? And she put down the baby. See, that breaks that unbroken disc. And then she goes to attend to that, and he got so pissed off. What are you doing? I was enjoying this so much. Who gives a fuck about the milk? But she says, no, I got to feed this milk to you,
Yeah, the devotee has the same feelings then, doesn't want to be interrupted in the devotional service, and becoming angry and throwing with the pots as well,
Yeah, that that's also a little bit about Raghunuga Bhakti and Vaidhi Bhakti. People will, if you get the association of a spontaneous devotee, that is more valuable than anything. And to break that association or meditation to do something like that, or to do Vaidhi principles, or that's really against the higher principle. That's why Advaita in his pastime, he was offering the ghee lamp to the deity, and a devotee came in the courtyard. I think it was Ishvara Puri, and he stopped in midair, and put the flame down, didn't complete, and went to the devotee. That's the higher principle. Yeah. Yeah. He saw the Kumkum lotuses opening in response to the moon's presence, and the forest gently illumined by its rays. Yeah, and that's any devotee that gets real bhakti, you see that the world starts to be illuminated. It is like joy everywhere you look is very joyful. Even your activities, everything I think is, you know, it's like, oh, what a joy, it's very joyful. You feel like God is with you, and yeah, everything you do is blessed. See? That's this bhakti, man. That's why the Lord comes here to give us real riches, and He does it through our sangha now. See? The whole thing is this is a sacrifice. Natural. We like doing it. We come here, we engage in making the Lord happy. That's what sacrifice is all about. This is easy for us because it's so good. Where's the austerity? That's the results of austerities are to do this, is to enjoy. See, when people fast, they do austerities, it cleanses the body and everything, and then they enjoy much better when they eat. See, so here is different because there's no fasting, there's only feasting. And the more you feast, the more you enjoy. It's not like the world. See, everything is limited in the world. The Romans, if you read the Roman history, their enjoyment, it's all mundane, it's all power, sense gratification, everything. And so they thought food was the greatest thing, was because it's tasty, right? Enjoy senses. They didn't know anything like what we know. They didn't even believe in Jesus, So they're just eating, and so they'd have these orgy eating parties where they have sex and eating, and they throw up and then go back and eat again. It was like, what a fucking life, So that if you don't have a spiritual base, it can get outlined. That's why the civilization was destroyed. That kind of stuff became very perverted. It's so funny. They're trying to do a controlled demolition of the Western countries by doing stuff, especially America. Making it decadent. Just get everybody addicted to sex life and drugs and all of that stuff. Yeah, all in the name. They go around. Trump was going around saying, "Oh, we want to stop this." These drugs. They're the ones fucking do it. The CIA and all that. They all. It's just so hypocritical. The whole thing. One lady. It's really interesting on TikTok. She made a very interesting video, and she was talking about everything going on here is like the Matrix. It's like the Matrix. And everything is part of the program. Everything. So part of the program is they do these diabolical things and everything. And they do especially now, the tyranny, and they want to do dystopian things and all of that stuff. And part of it is everything that's going on. And that includes those who are against it. That's written into the script. And I thought that was an interesting concept because everything is written into the script that's happening. And so the pitch this lady was like a higher consciousness is don't participate because everything's written into the script. If you go against what they're trying to do, then they'll go against you because that's in the script. So everything going against or supporting it, the whole thing it's like a play. And it is. I mean, that's only one level she's looking at, but that's basically it. And it's like a scientific way to say, hey, is there anything else you can do? So her pitch was something that was like more of a Mayavadi thing. Oh yeah, it was not more material actually. Just visualize anything you want and you can put attention to that. And it'll cause that to happen. It's true. So, because if you put attention to anything in the script, it makes the script live. It makes it alive. Because without the attention, it cannot live. This is actually a scientific principle they're finding out um, of existence. How things exist is by attention. This is what they call quantum physics or something. Yeah, and it's very true, actually. And so, how now we're putting our attention, we see, we're not putting it in the script, except for preaching. I do a little bit, make a distinction, but we're not like getting out there and rah, rah, let's go against the WHO and all that stuff. We're not participating to go to support or go against. We'll give our attention to that. We give our attention to bhakti. That makes this live. Otherwise, why hasn't it lived? Why hasn't this been on the stage of the world for 550 years, basically? Because nobody's given attention to it. Nobody has realized that the importance of giving attention to it. That's why you come here, you're putting your attention on what is real life. Real life is real bhakti. And therefore yours starts to awaken. You're putting your attention here. See? If you don't, that's why a biggest loss is you put your attention on speculators and offenders, people who are against real devotees. I mean, we have a mission to deliver people. Amy told me she wanted to be delivered. She wanted to be out of the, and now she's caught up in that. See, her got poisoned. See, that's poison. And that goes for anybody. See, what happens? They don't put their attention here now. See? And learn these principles. And you can't really put your full attention here properly because you got to be a disciple and friend. That's the door, isn't it? Remember, I told you, Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, because you're my disciple, my devotee, my friend. Therefore, you automatically can understand what I'm talking about. So I'll tell you. Otherwise, you can talk to Amy and Cole till you're blue in the face, but because they're not disciples and friends, they don't understand it. You notice that Amy didn't come out away with like she understood anything. I did. I thought it was a great conversation. I thought, wow, that's really great. But because it always comes back down to that. Unless she comes here, you cannot serve two spiritual masters. Either Cole is your guru, and you can tell she's like repeating whatever his ideas are. Yeah, same idea. And they're full of speculation and offenses. See, so if her or anybody, they come here and listen and become convinced to become a disciple and friend, automatically you'll understand everything. You'll feel what we feel. You abandon your opinion? What am I giving you my opinion? Well, I'll own it. I'll take possession of it. That's the only thing I can do, but it's God's. It's right there in the scriptures, and because of ecstatic worship, I can see it. So I grab it. But I don't just grab it for myself like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said most acharyas do. I grab it and I distribute it. Isn't that what the guru does usually? Have you been to these darshans with Prabhupada or Bhakti, or even Narayana? They take people, give him prasad, and he starts handing it out. And that's fucking food. And people think, wow, I'm grabbing the deepest revelations in the fucking universe and handing them out like glujumums, sweeter than that. My God, what a great thing we're doing here.
Yeah, you're feeding us by the attention that you give on the scriptures. That's how it is.
This is, the Lord shows me because of ecstatic worship. And you guys are getting the knack. That's why, look, you're getting super empowered, man. Yesterday was a great, man. I was impressed. I saw how Krishna was holding you up, like you said, and everything. And you do. And you help actually a devotee here. Yeah, he's, anybody like, they get, they just get a little covered, and you're helping them by doing that. It's not that they're that way for good. It's just, you don't know the power that God has given you with this bhakti, man. You think it goes in, it's just, you just feel a little bhakti now. No, this stuff, it magnetizes. And they look at you and they project everything on you now. and you're holding the space. So Krishna is saying, I can use somebody like this. You know? See, that's why you can preach like that, you know? See, otherwise you see why you can't use a person that's too weak. You know, if you're too, you got to pass all these tests. I had the same thing. I got the order from Prabhupada to do this, but then I was barreled over a couple of times with the Narayan Raj, Radhakund Babaji's, you know, ISKCON stuff, and also not trying to figure out is Jesus or Prabhupada or, you know, stuff. You know, had to get it straight. But you know, you get it straight, and then the Lord can use you to be real solid and then steady, and then others become steady. So we all got to do it. That's why you're doing it now. It's great. But you see, without this bhakti, you can't do it, huh? You can't get over the conditioning, because the person's hit your weak points. But in a way, that's good, you know, that you know, Krishna uses somebody to, you know, so that you can demonstrate. You see, that's what all part of it, you know, everything. Okay, you know, it's getting late for everybody. I got to cook. And any last words you want to give us here, Lalita?
I feel that it's all your... Sorry?
I said, Gurudev, anything you want to say?
No. No, it's all your mercy, Guru Maharaj. I'm so strongly convinced what's happening here is really, these are pure miracles. I feel so empowered by the Holy Spirit for years, but it's always increasing. I feel his birth. I said that before. It's like the Hulk, you know, the Hulk inside of me.
Yeah, coming out.
Tanya was really in my chest. Yeah, it's unbelievable, beautiful, and you feel completely, supported in your back. You know, the Lord is there. I had nothing to do with that. I wouldn't be capable to do that. I'm too weak. I'm much too weak. I'm too sweet. I'm too. I try to find a compromise and blah blah blah, but that's not what Krishna wants. So
he just likes to come in there and say, "Hey, fuck you! I'm the authority here."
Yeah. I'm completely different than I was before. I was always compromising and trying to find a solution and be sweet, but no, here I learned.
The ecstatic devotion hollows us out. Then Krishna just comes through and does it spontaneously. You don't have to figure it out how to do it in this way, that way. That's why these devotees sometimes say, "Oh, you should say this and you should say this." Oh, yeah, sure. Doesn't work like that at this level. You should watch your words. Well, I watch them in a certain way, but not to like hold them back. This holding back thing, you know.
Yeah, but you do that because when you're covered by mode of goodness, by education, and also, it's in public, and you don't really want to hurt people, and you really, but that's mode of goodness. It really stops you by really preaching like it should be.
Yeah. It's the way it is. Yeah. Okay, good. Hare Krishna, everybody. Have a good day and sleep well there, Lalita.
Thank you. You too, Guru Maharaj. Later on.
Yes. Okay.